What if martial law never ended? It was 1986. The streets of Manila pulsed with hope as millions stood shoulder to shoulder, crying out for change during the height of the People Power Revolution. But instead of surrender, President Ferdinand Marcos saw the uprising not as defeat, but as revelation. He stared into the chaos and saw a distorted reflection of what he once envisioned. A nation that had lost its way, dragged down by corruption, complacency, and betrayal. Rather than step down, he doubled down. With calculated precision, the military was deployed, dispersing the crowds, quelling resistance, and restoring a cold, uneasy order. But this was not the Marcos of old. Something had shifted. He was no longer the man clinging to power. He became a man possessed by a brutal vision of discipline and development. His first act? A purge, swift and merciless. The corrupt were cut out like rot from a wound. His inner circle was dismantled and replaced with a new breed. Technocrats and loyalists, laser-focused on national growth and immune to ideological nonsense. Gone were the days of political compromise. This was now a regime of unapologetic order and progress. And then came the unexpected call to Singapore. Marcos rekindled ties with Lee Kuan Yew, and together they forged a new axis of authoritarian development. Skepticism turned to strategy, and soon Singaporean capital surged into the Philippines. The world labeled it a dictatorship. But behind closed doors, the nation roared to life. Industries rose. Mining operations expanded across the archipelago, feeding an export economy that found eager buyers in the West, America, Germany, Japan. With the wealth came strength, and with strength came unity. The military was reborn, well-funded, well-trained, and with every citizen required to serve. Within mere months, communist insurgencies that had haunted the countryside for decades were extinguished. By 1987, the Philippines had become a regional titan, not just in arms, but in industry, stability, and national pride. Gone were the coup attempts and congressional bickering. In their place stood a disciplined republic, driven not by ideals but by results. There were no celebrity senators, no viral scandals, no infighting, just a nation rising, forged in fire, sharpened by sacrifice. A country finally reaching its potential, not through the promises of freedom, but through the price of order. And so the question echoes, what if martial law never ended?